Okay, namaste and welcome. This is Soul Mirrors. Be amazed. And I am your host, Jess Gentinen, here this evening with you. And in a moment, we're going to bring in our other co-host. So if you're here and just tuned in and are wondering, where's Kira? Kira and Shri are in Bhutan and India traveling right now. So they have left the show in my hands, and I'm here to hang out with you, connect with their energies. They're connecting with us. We truly are the bridge as they are awakening and bringing forward so many gifts to the planet. It really is a time of ascension, and I brought in this beautiful image of the lotus and the dragonfly because right now at this time, the lotus, it's been the energy of 2019, the rising lotus, the energy of us coming into the divine awareness, the truth of who you are, your mastery presence, all of that's been igniting this year. And as we're coming into 2020, the energies are already playing out, and the dragonfly is the energy of 2020, and dragonfly is coming in and weaving this beautiful dance of connection to our divine essence and spirit. It's a big year, and you're probably already feeling these energies right now at this time. And it's such a perfect night, I think, for our topic, because I was mentioning to my co-host right before we popped on the air that it's perfect. You know, I set up these uh, subjects and topics for the shows and the co-hosts in advance. And like Kira always says, you couldn't even plan this on purpose. It always works out just perfectly what the topic is and what we're discussing, because it's all about heal yourself, heal the world tonight. And it is such a moment for us to really come home and anchor that healing ourselves, because when we heal ourselves, we do heal the world. We have that energy. And the beautiful co-host that we have coming in tonight is Patty Markham Peterson. And she has been working with self-ascension for many, many years. And I've had the honor to have worked with her when I really started to awaken in an accelerated way. Oh, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I'm not sure now. When I met Patty, and she and I both happen to live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we're holding energy here with the Miracle Team and others that are here in our area. And we've become, of course, definitely soul family, and have been part of TOSA, Temple of Self-Ascension, and working with many of you. And I think she's a familiar face to many of you. And she's been a minister of self-ascension, an invasive medical intuitive, a reader, a healer, working with people, working around the planet with people. She's amazing, and I'm so, so excited to have her in tonight. And I'm going to invite her to join our conversation. Hello, Patty. Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Coming up. Namaste, beautiful. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank
Hi.
you. You look beautiful. I'm so happy you're here with us.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Oh my,
Really.
it really, I think it's an honor.
On this powerful day, I too, when you first asked me, didn't realize, and then to find out 12/12 and the full moon.
Can you believe that?
No, but we're feeling it.
Yes. How many of you are feeling that full moon energy right now? I know it. It's big. And we've been feeling it for a few days, definitely. And today it's full bloom, but we have a few more days while we're in this energy. And the full moon does what? It illuminates, right? And we are in the time of illumination. So, what are you noticing? What's getting illuminated in your experience?
Definitely opportunities to either lift more into the mastery of who I am, or the other side is there too. And what's really neat, as Sri and Kira have been talking about anchoring the fifth to step into the seventh dimension, ninth, we're going to keep going. And as we practice this and lifting, that there's this opportunity to look at some of these opportunities without the judgment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, noticing that so much more. Just it's a discernment and an opportunity to make that choice. What what am I going to illuminate? What am I going to take action and step forward with?
I love that. And I love that piece about seeing it without the judgment, because that is a key component right now. And that really anchors us in that seventh dimensional experience when we talk about our multidimensional self, when we can see all that's illuminated, but not judge it, just work with it, right? So when things come up that maybe don't feel so good, sometimes we can have that tendency to say, oh, why is that showing up? Oh no, I thought I was done with that, and right then we're already judging rather than
Yep,
just being aware that something must be coming up for us. It's an opportunity.
absolutely. Absolutely. To claim more of our mastery. And sometimes it looks a little sticky and icky.
Yeah. Well, like that lotus, right? As we lift, we have to go through the goop.
Exactly. All the muck. And are we being aware enough to really see that, and to make those conscious choices?
Absolutely. Because we know not all of us are always aware all the time. We just kind of can get sucked into that moment. Density's got that Velcro to it that
Our old habits and patterns, and absolutely. And so the energy now is very much about helping us to be more conscious. And I love, it's 12:12, and wasn't this full moon even peaking at 12:12?
it
And
was 12:12
we can't
Eastern.
get away from the 12, which is completion, right?
Yes. And somebody in the chat just said, of course, 2019 is what? 12.
Oh, it's a 12. Oh my gosh, yes, you're right. And we're completing then, this completion, we're completing the teen decade.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, this whole new, you feeling that, people?
I'm feeling it. It's like almost taking my breath away. Like,
It
what a
is
completion energy coming in.
very much so. Very much
Wow.
so.
So
Very
really,
helpful opportunities.
yeah,
So,
what can people ask themselves right now? What kind of things could we be reflecting on?
even if am I being aware of the choices in front of me is a big one. Am I becoming more aware of the reflections? What's showing up in my path? I know that's something, you can go about our day and get, again, that in the mind and distracted in our humanness. And are we slowing down to notice more of, oh, why is this client person experience showing up? What's here for me to look at?
Right.
This is one thing
And claiming the gifts too, I'm noticing, right? To really
for sure.
claim how far we've come, what we've anchored. It can become really easy to look at things from that perspective of where we think we still need to go, rather than just seeing where we are right now and how much we have done to get here, to like really illuminate that.
Such a good point, Jess. Such a good point. Because I'll have my beautiful reflections of my children, and they'll sometimes say that to me, you're often looking at where you're not yet. We're being hard on ourselves, right? And as Archangel Zadkiel reminds us so often, have mercy on yourself. And then Shri and Kira say that, have mercy on yourself. And then let's look back 6 months, as you and I mentioned earlier, from, the summer to now, what we're seeing in ourselves. Look back 6 months, a year, and can we claim the gifts, where we're at, what's going on
Yeah,
through the good times and that muck of the lotus.
absolutely. And when we do that, right, what are we communicating to the universe other than saying, I'm paying attention, I'm harvesting the gifts, I'm seeing my light, and I'm committed to healing and working on the parts that are also not feeling so good. But when we say that, it's a powerful yes,
Oh,
right?
yes to life, yes to my divine truth. Absolutely.
And I'm noticing many people, and I think we've talked about this, so I know you are too, that are experiencing dreams really starting to manifest and unfold. Like the new energy anchoring and things that people have been working on, maybe me included, for a long time. It's like time.
Yeah, that is so true. I loved how Shri and Kira mentioned that one of their last radio shows. Everything coming forward, and that may even then bring up that excitement, and then also the, oh my gosh, all my dreams are coming true. The fear, the terror of that too, you know? And I've had some opportunities too to look at that and go, wow, all that I've been working for is revealing itself to me right now.
It's wild.
How am I with that? Right? Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is that simultaneous energy of excitement, like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. There's so many things manifesting that it's getting kind of impossible to deny miracles are in place. That's my experience. But then, yeah, sometimes that ego and mind wants to come in and
Mm-hmm.
then bring up its old
Oh,
tapes, the old things,
you know, the old doubt of when's the other shoe going to drop, or because this didn't work before, you know, those old tapes, habits, patterns, to again go, oh, am I conscious enough to recognize that?
Yes. And that's the mastery. Like, don't judge it. Just say, oh, wow, I see that that's popping up. Interesting.
Right. Not to deny it, you know, and or just get busy with distraction. But like you said, recognize, I hear you, backseat.
Ah, and really noticing too that if we don't listen to those voices, if we just try to not hear the tapes or doubts and we just try to shortcut past it, they will come back louder and louder until
True.
they get our attention.
Very true. It'll come
So,
back to give us another opportunity.
yeah, and I'm noticing a huge component is to really allow that part of ourselves to have the voice and listen to it like you would listen to the child, right? And not tell
Yes.
them it's not okay to have this opinion or thought right now, but we're going to change that, but we want to hear what you have to say, and start making a new perspective and building a new bridge.
Anything can heal with that love and acceptance.
Yes.
You know, just accept and love, and that's the healing energy.
Yeah. And we have
Sure.
so much support around us because there's so many ascended beings and masters that know how hard it is to be here and be human.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's easier now with that veil thinning for people to connect to that support, to
I
that
feel that.
oneness, right? I'm seeing it more in my day to day, especially in my healing practice with clients, the opportunities for them to feel that connection, to help relax more of the old separation beliefs that we have and feel that oneness and that support, unconditional love.
Oh, that is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I was looking at the chat. Wafa. Hi, Wafa. She's listening, and it's 1 a.m. in the morning.
She's up late. That girl is a night owl. I know. I've stayed with her.
Oh, we're so happy you are here, sweetheart. And yeah, others saying it's so nice to be in this energy of this conversation on 1212.
We send you, yes, love, much love, everybody that is joining, combining our hearts together to anchor. Thank you.
Truly, we are the bridge. And I love that you picked that background with the earth, with all the points of light.
Yes.
Because isn't that what we're doing?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. When I first heard about the Bhutan trip, I didn't feel called to go real strongly this time, whereas I had on a couple journeys with Sri and Kira, and I kind of wondered about that. And yet I saw immediately my vision showed how when they're there, that there's going to be all these crystalline bridges and lights going to where all the soul family awakened beings are. And I knew that I was meant to be where I am right now. And as I'm here, I'm seeing things coming forward in my life to understand that more clearly. So it's kind of that reminder too, to each one of us to really trust we're in the right place at the right time.
I love that reminder. I love that reminder. And yeah, wherever you are right now, if you're listening to us live, if you're touching into the recording, it's perfect. Wherever we are, we're all holding our point of light and are exactly where we need to be. And I totally realized I forgot to give folks our phone number when we opened up. If people want to call in to our call board, we're accepting calls. We can do our own intuitive reading. Patty's an amazing clairvoyant reader in her own right, or we can just have a discussion or connect, share with us your miracles.
Feel your support.
Yes, we're here together, really holding this support. We are the touchstone while Shri and Kira are traveling, and they are here holding energy with us. I feel them, right?
I feel them too.
Yes.
Absolutely. That whole.
So that number is 517-208-1500. And you can jump in the queue and we'll take some calls later on in this hour. And at this moment, while we were talking about Bhutan and Shri and Kira being there, I was thinking last week I shared a short slideshow of them in Bhutan, and I was thinking, let's share that again, because I know you connected with it, and it's really beautiful and powerful.
Oh, it's very powerful.
Yeah, they really wanted to be here with us in person for some of these episodes, but they just can't. They're, away from internet, which I think's awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to do a screen share of that video and you guys enjoy. Maybe I'm going to do a screen share of the video. Yes, so this video has like a beautiful little song and slides and images and video clips of them together. I'm trying to get into my share. There it is. Okay, I can't. Okay, here we go. So beautiful.
Oh, wow.
In that image, there's one tile that's looks like a Sanskrit symbol or something. That is the Om symbol in Bhutan. Shri had sent like a little message on that. So there's like, if you watch back the video, guys, there's like a red tile with the gold painted. It doesn't look like the Om we're familiar with always, but it's a cool little, I think, factoid about that. And they were at a lot of really interesting temples and sacred places, and I cannot wait. And they're going to be, they would love me to tell you all, tune in on Saturday and Sunday, because Sri and Kira will be on the air with new shows, and they will be sharing much more about the energies that are going on, what they've been up to, and what to expect. So tune in Saturday it's noon Pacific time for Explore the Mysteries on Oneness Talk Radio or YouTube, official Sri and Kira. And then also Sunday will be Sri and Kira Live, and that's one.
Sunday.
Sunday's noon and Saturday is 1. I knew I got that backwards. So Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, noon Pacific time. And you can check them both out at Official Sri and Kira on YouTube or at onenesstalkradio.com, TFR Live. And giving a shout out because we are on TFR Live. Hi, you all. So it's a party. And I think we should make it even a bigger party and bring in a caller. What do you think?
Absolutely. Share with us what you're noticing.
Okay. Well, our first beautiful caller, we're going to bring in Lady Monica.
All right.
Okay. Are you there, Monica?
I am. Hello, beautiful souls.
Hello, sweetheart.
Namaste. I wanted to just wrap my heart around you both, and I know Kira would be so proud of you both. And Patty, oh my goodness, you did the Lions Gate last summer and now 12-12, so you're powering through.
You remember well, my love. Yes, some beautiful dates.
That was awesome. And Jess, I'm inspired by your new series on goddesses. I was thinking about that all week, how perfect it is you're offering that.
Oh, goodness. Thank you, love. I feel like it is absolutely perfect. Again, there's no mistake in the offerings I've created and what I'm called to do right now. And that goddess energy is rocking right now with the divine feminine rising. So I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Yay. I really applaud that. And I think it does begin with us, right where we are. And as women walking the path of self-ascension, I think it's important to remember our I am presence within and really giving power to ourselves too, even though, we're so ready to be a world service. It has to start with it. And I also, on that note, wanted to say I'm really excited about the New Year's Eve online events that Sri and Kira are doing. So yay to that.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder to share with everybody, to join in. Let's all gather for that. Last year's was very powerful, and I'm sure this one will surpass.
Yeah, and I was like one of the people who was watching at home, like bawling to all that beautiful music they had on last year.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
But, hey, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask for a mini soul reading.
Yay.
Here.
I don't mean like the kind that Kira does, but the kind that Patty does.
Oh, wow, girl. You are sprouting some wings, aren't you? I'm feeling I'm seeing a lot of new creation energy in your sacral. It's building, and along with that, so you're being encouraged to really connect with that center. You know where the sacral is, right? And feel that energy, Monica, and bring that up into your solar plexus, into your empowerment, into that action. That's also our trust center, and it's also about the muscular system, and so that's action. And so taking this new creation that you're going to bring forward into 2020, and if I see 3s around you, so those first 3 months I would assume are going to be quite bring opportunities. And so you're going to I encourage you to bring that energy, the beautiful creation energy from your sacral into your solar plexus, to take this action. And at the same time as you're doing that with your breath, with your intention, it's like behind you, these beautiful wings pop out. So it's not only like how I'm seeing and hearing it now is you're not taking steps action. I mean, you're literally going to fly. The dragonfly. Oh my gosh. I'm just seeing that dragonfly illuminated as I said that. And you have, you know how some of them have, they have those beautiful translucent wings. I see those, my love. Your crown is connected to your divine wisdom, to your oneness. And so it's this time of taking, really trusting your creations. Bring them forward. Wow. Fun year.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. I knew you could do it.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And
And I
you
feel
have
that.
a beautiful divine mirror. Thank you, sweet angel, for joining us, for being here. Is there anything else you're noticing with the full moon energies?
Yeah, about the dragonfly, I really honored Dust because last Thursday you had this beautiful friend of yours call in and talk about the dragonfly she got. And guess what I did? I went online and I ordered a dragonfly.
Aw.
And
Lovely.
I'm wearing it. And it's like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so ethereal. And I'm like, me and the dragonfly. It's really cool.
Perfect.
So,
That's very perfect. Your light,
Hey,
bringing your light to, yep, through your own unique creations, creative beingness. And that feminine that you talked about, you know, was coming forward in November, this divine, feminine, resurrection energy of our authenticity to really anchor that in this lifetime.
yes, definitely. Definitely. Well, thank you so much. I'm so honored. What a fun day. 12, 12, 12. Yay.
It is. Beautiful.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Monica, for calling in with your support and love. I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to hug you in person.
Aw, thank you, Angel. Yes, very, very soon.
It will happen. I believe it.
Come to Cosmic Journeys in March. There's still an opening.
Oh,
Miss
wow.
Miss Patty will be there.
Have a fun group.
Thank you. Yes, dreams do come true. I definitely hold the space.
That's right.
for dreams come
There you go.
Good.
There you go.
Claim that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Monica.
Keep anchoring that light over there in Ohio.
Have a beautiful night.
Well, the heart of it all.
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
Namaste. Oh, beautiful. And you know, she was sharing what I felt come in, and you were sharing and reading was that empowered, like the queen presence, like boom, like
yes.
Monica, as you really claim your power and your gifts, like watch out, everybody.
Yes. Funny.
This is like your year. I've got goosebumps feeling that. And I feel that for so many. Like I know Patty and I were talking. We have the gift of being pretty much neighbors, and it's incredible and great. And we almost were together tonight for the show, but we're in our own little abodes. But we were sharing about this, like, it's time. Like, it is time. It's our time. All of you out there who have been doing your thing and working it, it's your time for real. And claim it. Say it. It is my time.
Yes.
My time.
And as you do, you gift that to those that are in your world, that you are connected to the whole planet.
Yes, you are serving everybody when you claim that. And again, that goes back to our show, like when you heal yourself, and that healing is to, I think, to just really step into your authenticity and your truth of your divinity. That's your truth. Healing up anything that could try to stop you from doing that. And that's your service to the world, is being you. And it's going to shift everything. The ripples are so much more than our mind can comprehend, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And, you know, I think of Archangel Zadkiel in Soul Through Kira, one of the messages that I've been blessed to hear in person. When people ask about, like, a child, you know, they're concerned about a family member or child. And the way I'm always remembering Archangel Zadkiel responding is this: you model it, you know, take care, heal you lift into your truth, your authenticity, your heart, and model it, and they benefit. You know, we're not here to fix somebody else or change somebody else. Model, and then they have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
And also, you know, for those of us that like some of the left-brained sciencey parts of it, science can show that. You know, the through quantum physics and through, I like Heart Math Institute, how you know, shows how through their science and studies that our heart has a resonance way stronger than our brain. And so how often does, you know, is this running the show? And yet it's here. And as we do, others benefit. And it, you can see with some of that sciencey part for our left brain, you know, the connection that's always there, and others benefiting. The whole environment of you being this authentic love and peace here, and they all benefit.
Yeah, it's like that work of the Heart Math Institute, and somebody just popped in saying, I love Heart Math Institute, but they come up with so much of that backup and science behind it, right? That the heart carries the largest energy of any part of our body, and that we can measure the frequency of our heart and each other's. And you've always taught me this. It's the square root of 1% of a given population.
To make a difference. Yes.
Isn't
They've
that
done studies. I think this was actually another source that did these studies, you know, that a certain amount of people just sitting and meditating in a city, and crime rates went down 25%. You know, it's possible as each one of us lives in our heart.
Yes.
And I've seen it in my life over and over as I continue to release the old wounding, the patterns, the even, you know, calling in the refractions, soul pieces, and claiming, you know, our wholeness. I see shifts in my children, in my extended family. I mean, it's mind-blowing. So.
It really is. You start to see the real evidence of it. And again, it's having that like non-judgment and not trying to make anyone change, but just observing it, because it's crazy. And I think most people can probably relate to those examples. If you have a family and experience the dynamic in a family where one person's spinning out, you know, maybe, you know, and then like the kids pick up on it, or other people are, and pretty soon everybody is, rawr, you know, because everyone's feeding off the energy. And then if one person, and you play with that, if you powerfully just anchor a peaceful energy, you see it really quickly ripple through. So you can see it on that micro level and have fun with it, you know.
That's, yep, beautiful. For some reason, I'm reminded of a couple of clients, or this was some years ago, and the baby was having a lot of ear infections. And I didn't know the mother well, but I was trying to tune in, and she felt kind of depressed. And so I was doing what I could on, you know, the nutritional and the emotional, mental, spiritual level. Didn't see her for a while. And when she came back later, she had noticed that as she realized she was depressed and worked on that, the baby stopped having the ear infections. You know, so seeing these kind of experiences all the time. And it's, you know, that's a little different situation because it's a child and you want them well, but also reminded of what you just said. We're not trying to fix somebody else or change somebody else. As Archangel Zadkiel says, if there is a sin, it is to interfere with the path of another, or to allow another to interfere with yours, correct?
Yes.
So we're living and modeling what we can, and then loving and accepting everybody on their journey where they're at.
Yep. There's as many pathways home as there are people on the planet, right? Everybody's got their way, and every soul's doing it in their way and time.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I was really thinking, you know, as we came into this call, like how people can really step into trust right now. That just seems to be such a theme, to really step into our own power and claim it. What kind of things are you sharing with people to help them really get there, to, you know, to just stop doubting and claim the truth of who they are? What kind of things are helping?
Well, I like to, I mean, I believe everybody maybe should's not the right word, but I like to encourage that we all have our toolbox, our toolbox of different practices. And so whatever those are, through self-ascension, we have so many beautiful ones. On Shri and Kira's site, they offer so many free from, the safe practice, the container. We should all be doing the container to clear other people's energies so you're clear on what's yours. Star consciousness. There's so many practices that are so valuable. And here again, it reminds me of what we mentioned earlier. If we can remind ourselves and our clients or friends, you made it, you're still here. You had to have some kind of trust to get where you are, right? And often we have to do some work with that inner child, that hurting inner child, which is tied to our egoic filters, right? That's what's kind of flaring up those patterns and that doubt and that part of us. So when we work with that inner child and give to that inner child, I'm here, that's always in us until they become healed, that, we've got their hand and that they made it to whatever age we are. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. And so sometimes that hindsight helps too with that trust. So I'm curious, what you're thinking or what
I'm definitely absolutely resonating, because I know I had a phone call with you a week ago when I needed you to remind me of all of that. And I think that's a key piece, is remembering to tap into the support that we have. I was having a day and I reached out to several key people, that could help me remember that and remind me that I've gotten this far and I've had this trust and this ability. And in the, just to have someone that can remind you, or if it's going on Oneness Talk Radio and just hitting play, there's going to be, some uplifting show or topic or music, or find, if it's not a person, find a source, go read something inspiring, go be out in nature, because sometimes you have to unglue the Velcro.
You brought up a couple of key points, that support. We all need support. Where is your support? And are you asking, even your guides asking for that to be, please help me feel you, sense you, know you. And then how about receiving?
Yes. That's
a big one too.
Are we
receiving? And receiving, in balance. And so that's beautiful. Sharon, thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Oh my goodness. And I'm popping over here and I'm thinking about taking another caller because we're going to the United Kingdom and I'm kind of curious who that might be. I'm going to unmute you, United Kingdom. Hello, are you there? Oh, you might have to turn down the volume on your device.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Wafa.
Wafa.
Wafa, sweetheart.
Yes.
Good to feel you. And look what I'm wearing today, Wafa.
We're live, like we're having a nice little party across the continents and the wavelengths and the full moon. It's full moon. I can't sleep, so
We're having a party all across the continents with this full moon and Wafa joining us in the middle of the night.
We feel you, powerhouse.
I know. I feel you too. You're looking gorgeous, both of you. I love the background that you've chosen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Anyway, so it's the first time I actually call in. I don't even remember the last time I called into a radio show, but just happened. It's the full moon. I'm up. I'm awake. I want to connect with you. But in 2 days' time, I'm going to Ecuador.
Oh yes. Oh, are they fortunate?
Yes, I'm preparing for the New Year's Eve party. I'm one of the people who's going to be helping Shri and Kira, so I'm very excited. I can already feel the Ecuadorian energy.
Yes.
And the preparation. It's all very, very exciting. That's why I felt called to stay up late and connect with you both, because I'll be there on New Year's Eve.
Thank you so much for carrying this energy, Wafa, and bringing your gifts to Tosa in Ecuador. I know everyone that's there is in really good hands with you.
And may I share, when we were there last year, over the New Year, Wafa was there, and part of the time we got to share as roommates. And this beautiful scarf came from her. It's a Turkish scarf. Mm-hmm. Anyway, then I had my San Pedro with 2 other beautiful beings. And while we were there, breakfast was brought up to us. And I started to eat this beautiful breakfast, and I got hit with a wave of Wafa's love. I had no idea Wafa had made that breakfast till I was eating it. And Wafa, your love so imbued in that food, it hit me with such force. I cried.
Oh, you have helped me so much along the way, Patty. You've been one of the stars of my constellation. And that's why I very much wanted to connect with you today. And I didn't know you were so good at soul reading. I know you're amazing at healing, and you've done some amazing work on me whenever I've seen you, but I would really love a little soul reading on this full moon, 12-12-12, on my way to Ecuador. Do you have anything to tell me?
Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Wow. You have all around you, my dear, is, I mean, such a huge amount of guides, helpers. It's this huge portal. And as I tune into that, it feels like you're going to have a little bit more of a heart connection, heart alignment, maybe like a healing on, some way. There's this heart energy that's activating. And it also feels like you're ready to have some downtime. They're saying, to anchor into this nourishing, nurturing, and receiving energy. And all these beings around you are just so honoring you in your work and encouraging you to take a little bit more time for you to, and that's part of this heart, I believe, is that balance, that giving and that receiving. That's how I'm feeling it right now.
It makes a lot of sense because as I was preparing to go to Ecuador, I was making the list of all the things I've done this year, and I just couldn't believe it, Patty. I've done like 18 different projects since I've last seen you, and I'm thinking, you know what? It's time to rest.
Yes.
To others and feed others and be good to others rather than just be on that track of achieving. It's been really very busy year for me as a writer translator. So it's correct everything you said, my darling, and I'm so glad I could connect with you, and I could connect you just finally. I've never met her. I hope one day our paths will cross. But anyway, virtually is a very good step.
I didn't catch that last statement, but I'm here.
Thank you. Yep, we're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my love. It looks like a beautiful time you're going to have there. It's magical. Do keep receiving and resting and nurturing. Oh, what a fun year. I hope we get to see each other physically sometime there.
I hope so too. Big hugs to you both and happy full moon. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. Oh my goodness, it's so awesome. Wafa, I know we haven't met in person, but I just consider you a queen too. So the queen energy is coming in today. And Patty's a queen. I feel surrounded in a good way. The kind of way I want to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to hop over. We have another caller on the line. I say we just hop over and see who else wants to join our full moon party.
Sure. Welcome.
Okay, we're going to Belleville, Illinois. Hello, are you there, Belleville?
Hi, Jess and Patty.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome.
We hear you.
Yes.
All right. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Thank you.
I'm doing wonderful. And fighting a little cold, but I thought I'd call and see if y'all. I wanted to share a little miracle with y'all.
A miracle. Thank you.
Feel the energy from it.
Please do.
Have time?
Yes, please share.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm not going to tell the beginning of it because I wasn't proud of what I said, and I'm damn sure not going to repeat it on the air, but I'll pick it up from where I said what I said, okay, to some believers. And for 2 days after I said what I said, I was getting stomach aches. And every time I thought about it, I mean, bent over like, oh, shit, Gary, what did you do? Why did you say that? And the second day I got into the meditation, and I got in deep, and I said, Jesus, dude, I am so sorry. I said what I said about the Bible. Because if not for that book, maybe we don't know about you. But I'm not teaching from it. I'm sorry I said what I said about it. I love you, and I am sorry. And I felt this tap on the top of my head. My whole entire body filled up with love. I mean, like I have never felt in my life. I felt it. Within 2 seconds, I was on the floor, curled up in a ball, just crying. And it was awesome. I mean, it wasn't the love that made me cry. I swear. It was the fact that I didn't have to hear him, see him, or hug him, kiss him to know it was him. I instantly knew it was him. And it's like, it was the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful experiences of my life ever. It was awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you for sharing that. Like, I'm getting teary-eyed. I think
Yes.
you're getting teary-eyed. I can feel the presence around you as you're even sharing.
Right. Lots of beautiful
It
gold.
was massively awesome. It was the most cleansing cry I've ever cried, but I swear it wasn't, the love was beautiful, man. It was awesome. I could have took that forever, but it was just the fact that I didn't have to see him. It tripped me out.
To feel
I
it.
this dude personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was awesome, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I told you just last time when I talked to you last week, but when I was younger, I walked really enlightened. I loved everybody. I really did. And I walked with a different pep in my step than the other kids did. And
Oh,
that shit got bullied out of me and beat out of me. And when I became the bully and, the worst kind, and all the way up until 30 years ago when I woke the hell up, snapped out of it. And now I'm on the path. It is awesome.
oh, thank you so much for calling in again, Jerry. It's so awesome to connect with you because you're carrying so many gifts and you're connecting with so many others that are feeling the presence that you have, and that at any moment, yeah, we can awaken to ourself and our truth and start sharing with the world, and to really have that self-mercy and forgiveness for anything we did. We're always doing the best we can given our tools and resources at that moment. And you sharing that miracle, that connection really, I think, demonstrates to everybody that we can all connect that way. Thank you so much. Is there anything else we can do for you this evening?
Can I get is there any way I could get a reading?
I think we could do that. Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't hear everything there, but
You would love a reading. Jerry would love a little connection.
sure. Is there anything else you're picking up you wanted to share with Jerry?
I'm picking up the Yeshua energy since you have been sharing, and as he's tapped on you and awoken you, it's like what I am seeing and experiencing is a book that's like opened up in front of you, and it's like the book of wisdom, Akashic records, however you want to phrase that, but it's this beautiful volume, and it's filled with light language that your soul knows how to read and see, and it's like illuminating off the pages. And it's definitely a message of you are a wisdom keeper, and you are able to harvest these key components and put them together and bring them into the world in a new form, and that you have this beautiful gift to connect with. And I'm definitely seeing you writing and spending time connecting with your soul through writing. And maybe you just play with some of these symbols or something, but there are codes that are igniting within you, and there's this wisdom book that's open for you. And it's sort of like you're that book of wisdom as well as you are reviewing it. That's what I'm picking up on. Yeah.
That's why that you say that, because I've been getting these symbols in my like third eye when I'm meditating, kind of in light.
Yeah.
So that was going to be my question.
I've never seen it before. It's neat.
Yeah. And Patty, what were you going to say?
And that was going to be my question, if you are using the star consciousness practice, because I see that amplifying and a deeper connection coming through your crown through all of this. You have lots of beautiful gold energy coming around you, and you are a healer. You just, your presence is healing. It's beautiful. Thank you, Jerry, for sharing.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
It's an honor.
Thank you guys for having me. I love you all very much. Love you guys. Namaste to all.
Love you too. Happy full moon. Namaste.
Namaste. Bye-bye.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love the party that we've been having tonight with all these
beautiful beings. I just, yeah, the feeling.
Oh, yeah, so perfect. And we're coming down into our last like 7 minutes of the show.
Really?
Yes, right? Just like yours, like, how did that happen? You know we're having a good time when that happens. So yeah, I think just diving into a little bit more of just what we can share that might help people is they're illuminating and moving forward. And we've talked a lot about some of those support pieces and things people can pull in and like where we get that support from. And I'm really feeling into that energy. I keep feeling like there's this wounded healer energy playing out at this time. Many wounded healers that we all have, you know, have to walk through. Nobody really, I mean, maybe some of the new beings just being born now don't have as much to walk through, but the rest of us here are playing through density. We're born, we forget what's going on, we have to remember ourselves, and oftentimes healers, and by healer, you know, it's whether or not it's your profession, everybody carries that healing energy. So when the wounded healer, I feel like right now is rising on the planet for healing, and that is bringing tons of energy into the planet. There's a resurrection energy, a transformation energy. What do you think you could share with people about that? If they're feeling like that, wow, I've been like that wounded healer and I want to lift through that. I want to connect to the awakened, healed healer. What can we share with people to help them on that? Because I'm just feeling that question for people right now.
Yeah. I guess some things that come to mind for me are, you know, are we recognizing when we are falling back into the victim triangle? Because there's times where we do, from my past experience in clients, and we're not always conscious of that, you know, and when we recognize how can I lift through that, or going back to that, having mercy on ourselves, right? And know that then the other side is you're not healing just for you. You're often healing up the lineage. And as you heal this, then every, you know, your children and on also heal. And so, you know, are we going to keep, I call it, you know, turning over every stone to find that teacher, that coach that helps support you, that group? Because it takes sometimes a bit, right? To find the ones that resonate, that really uplift. You know, are we being conscious of who, you know, or who we're hanging out with, where we're going, or are we following obligation, you know, and being supported.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's just such a call that I'm feeling for us to just really step forward. And I think it's really being committed to saying, okay, I'm going to keep trying to.
That's it.
To go towards the light. Sometimes
are
it takes
we willing
tenacity.
To, you know, sometimes, yeah, we slip into denial, and okay.
Yeah, it takes a tenacity, and Shrinker will always share that. And I'm like, I've had a lot of it.
Yes, honor ourselves for that.
So I think we could squeeze in somebody if we go really quick. We have one more caller here that I'm feeling called to bring in maybe. We're in Concord, California. Hello, are you there, California?
Hi, ladies. Hi, Jess. Hi, Patty. This is Kate
Hello.
from Concord.
Hi, Kate.
Hi, Kate. Welcome. Lovely to meet
Hi.
you.
I'm so grateful that you brought me in at the last part of the show because I wanted to ask Patty. I've had this headache for some time. I don't get headaches generally, and I keep being told that they're ascension symptoms. And with the full moon today, it brought on more than just headache. It's been like my throat chakra felt blocked at one time. My whole body just seems to be like under assault. And yet everybody kind of indicates, oh, that's a good thing. Your DNA is being rewired and things like that. And I wanted to get a little input on that, or even if you could help me understand what's happening, and if you had any insight on that.
Okay, we got it. So
Thank you, dear. Yes, you too, I really feel like you need more rest and more water, and it may sound so simplistic. And yet with these amounts of energies, and, depending, especially here in America, we tend to go, 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 but it really feels like you need even more of that there's an integration going on. It feels like, depending on what practices you use, to help, have you had an Avesa balancing lately? Anything to help this integration a little more, because there's pieces that are wanting to come together to solidify. And I really do feel your throat, love. And bringing in, the color, the beautiful blue and scarves and maybe jewelry and singing and, giving yourself some reassurance. Venting, do you do that in a safe place? To really keep clearing this, there's a practice we use called presence practice, where we, go around that area and tell it, I love and accept you just as you are, and then ask for the message and take that to heart, because that's about, listening to yourself and feeling safe sharing your fears, and then of course feeling safe to be heard. So that kind of feels like a piece for you, because I see that go to your ears. And then breathing in crystalline light into your heart, in and out of your heart, fill yourself up, breathe it up through that throat. And you can even add in, the ascended heart and help that clear out through your third eye, sixth chakra, and out through the top. And really command only the highest may enter here, clearing out, see that crystalline light blast out.
oh, beautiful. And I am feeling that.
Yeah.
Yes. And we have to definitely wrap up our call because we're at the end, but I know you got what you needed, Kate. I know. And re-listen to what Patty had to share.
Oh,
thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart.
Thank you, ladies. Take care and have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Namaste. Okay, we are at the end of our evening and we're wrapping up and saying goodbye for this time. Thank you so much, Patty, for being here with us. And where can people find you if they want to know more?
You can find me on Facebook, Patty Markham Peterson, or Expanding Hearts. My website is pattymarkhampeterson.com. I have a YouTube channel where I do some of the Avesa Medical Intuitive, a few things there. Instagram, still my name.
Perfect. I'm so happy. I hope people, if they resonate, go and connect with Patty. She's an amazing healer and gift on the planet. And stay tuned. Saturday and Sunday, Shrey and Kira will have new shows. And next week, Sue Sturdivant is our guest for the final show of 2019 for Soul Mirrors. Be amazed. And that's awesome that Sue's going to be joining us. So thank you, everybody that's been here. Thank you for support. Thank you for calling in. We love you. Any last words?
Namaste. We love you. Trust yourself. Have fun.
Namaste. I love it.